But we'll talk about something that really grinds my gears. That is the belief that doing waterproofing systems on the outside of the home is somehow the right way. Says who? Why is that right? There's no reason why people say this. Actually, if you ask me, in my professional opinion, we've only been doing this for 30 years, doing it on the outside is the wrong way to do the project. All right, let's get into it. So, rain falls from the sky. Everybody knows that. But so many people think that you get water in your basement because the rain falls from the sky, runs towards your house, hits your foundation walls, runs down, and the second it gets below the footing, it jumps back up and empties in your home. So, what's really happening is water's falling from the sky, it's hitting your ground, the water is absorbing through your soil, and as it enters into your soil, it's going to start trying to find the path of least resistance. When they built your house, they dug around your foundation and loosened all of that dirt. Other dirt on your property is most likely virgin soil, which has never been excavated or dug up. So it's so much easier for the water to start flowing towards your home. It creates its own almost gravitational pull of the water. The same way that water speeds up when it gets to a waterfall, same exact thing is happening here. It's pulling the water through the soil towards your home. Once the water enters the area that has been excavated, it's going to flow much quicker towards your footing, right? Now, this is where this science comes into play. Once you get to this point, what really matters is the perk of your soil. When you have good perk, you probably don't get water in your basement on every rain. The water runs down there, it soaks down to the soil, disappears into an underground stream, and down forever, and you don't worry about getting water in your basement. But certain times you get so much rain or it's a crazy weather event that all of a sudden you're experiencing water in your basement and you might not have before. What's happening is your soil is not able to disperse that water efficiently. So the water goes down to its lowest point and then starts building back up. And as that water builds back up, it's going to get to the point where the water is higher than your slab in your basement. This is going to create a lot of pressure. And what happens is a mathematical equation. Someone smarter than me knows it, but all that means is the force of the water is now greater than the resistance of your slab, and that is allowing water to enter into your basement. So, whether you put a pipe on the outside or you put a pipe on the inside, you're at the same height. So, what matters is how that pipe is installed. Whether you put the right amount of gravel around the pipe, whether you pitch the pipe correctly. That is what matters when it comes to waterproofing. Just because you put one pipe on the outside, you put the one pipe on the inside, does not make a difference. The water is building up from the bottom. So, when someone says, I don't want to invite the water into my home, that's just a myth. You're not inviting any water in. You're taking care of the water below. If you put the pipe on the outside, and I stand on your basement slab, when it rains, there's water below my feet. And if I put a pipe on the inside, and when it rains, there's water below my feet. The most important thing is that water doesn't get in your basement. The ends justify the means, and doing the project on the inside is the perfect way to do it. Because there's one other piece of the puzzle that makes the inside better than the outside, and it's called gravity. The same thing that makes the water fall from the sky. When you do an exterior waterproofing system, you dig up around the house, you put in gravel, you put in your pipe, you put in more gravel, you put in filter fabric, you put in more gravel on top of that. The one thing that reigns true, no matter what, over time, that soil is going to compress and slowly settle. You're putting dirt over top of a pipe. The dirt will eventually, no matter what you do, go down and plug up that pipe. Now, the more gravel you use, the longer it prolongs this. If you put the pipe on the inside, and you put your gravel, and you put your pipe, and you put more gravel, and you put concrete back on top of it, that concrete is never going to disintegrate and dip down and get into the pipe and plug up the pipe. In conclusion, the most important thing when doing a drainage system through your home is to hire the right contractor who's going to take the time and care to make sure the install is done perfectly. The things that matter the most are whether the pipe is pitched, the size of the sump pump, is there an option for gravity? That is more important than whether the pipe is on the inside or the outside.